Joey, special guest with us today, Andrew Bronsteen, helping out Ryan. What's happening, guys? How are we?
Welcome to the episode, Andrew.
It's great to be here. Great to be here.
Nice and casual today. Is today a walk the buildings day?
Joe, this is how the youth dress nowadays.
I know, you're so young.
I got my brand on.
No, all good. All right, let's get into it, guys. Deals of the week. There's a lot going on right now, and it feels like the market's definitely picking up some momentum, and I think the buyers are getting a little itchy here, and people are starting to put out some dollars because they're looking at the market like a real opportunity. Okay,
there's no inventory, right? There's low supply. There's a lot of capital that's been on the sideline that's getting a little antsy, and depending who you talk to, the market's great or the market's terrible. So you got to speak to the right people on these deals. So let's start with 184th Street.
Okay, so I was up at this building this morning. This is a really nice deal. This is 56 apartments and 3 stores. It's 4 buildings in a row here, 5-story walk-ups, no local law 11. This is right on the corner of Autobahn and 184th Street, literally 1 block away from Yeshiva University. 24 of the apartments are deregulated. Everything's kosher here. The buildings show really, really nicely. The free market apartments have been renovated extremely nicely. A bunch of them have 2 bathrooms actually. And so the play there, obviously, with the free market tenants is every 2 years, right? You get 2 or 3 buddies that go to the university down the block. And when they graduate or when they, move into with somebody else in another building, they basically refer their friends, right? So you have like a constant supply of never-ending renter demand. And so that's the play here. $11 million, we're asking 8.5 times the rent roll. It's a high 5 cap. A third of the building is deregulated with some rental upside. So this is actually priced really nicely here, 50% expense ratio. Let me show you some of the apartments. So here you can see.
Looks like a downtown apartment.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. There's washer and dryer in the free market apartments. Obviously, the other 2/3 of the building or so are stabilized, but the buildings show really nicely. The boilers are well done. The roofs are clean. No local law 11 exposure here to do, and this is a pretty straightforward, clean type of building. So I think this is going to sell. We put a deal under contract, similar price point, all rent regulated for the same metrics out in Queens. So I think this thing should sell. Here, Joey, why don't you go ahead and you tell us a little bit about this deal on 10th Avenue on the west side?
Sure. 3 buildings on 10th Avenue between 45th and 46th Street. 70 feet of frontage, all tax class protected, 2B buildings. So the taxes are relatively low compared to the tax class 2 buildings. We just achieved a $2.5 million price reduction. 16.5 is the new asking price as of yesterday. And we're asking just under a 6 cap. So we just put a similar building downtown under contract and another one closed right around the same metrics. One was a tax class protected building as well. You got great 2-bedroom layouts on 2 of the buildings. They're achieving anywhere from $3,800 to $4,500 for these 2 bedrooms. There was some pushback on location, but the rents speak for itself.
What are the cross streets here?
This is 45th and 46th. So a few blocks from Hudson Yards, a few blocks from Penn Station, a few blocks from Times Square.
So this is kind of like theater district, right? Like you've got
a little south of there, but it's a good spot. We're getting more activity since the adjustment. It's no secret what the purchaser bought it in 2015 for, what the seller bought it for. So this is a significant discount from when he bought it in the peak, and debt's coming due, and there's a real story here. So I would definitely take a look and focus on these 3 assets in terms of a great turnkey, 96% free market, dealing with 1 rent control unit, and 70 feet of frontage on the avenue.
And they're tax class protected.
Yeah, and what people like about these apartments, the renters, is that each bedroom's on their front east and west units. So you have each bedroom laid out separate in the apartment. So you're away from your roommate, Andrew.
You're away from your roommate. Wow. Okay. Nice.
Great shares.
Really nice, dude. Someone will buy that. That's God. You're at $16 million for 3 buildings, like right outside Times Square, 12 times the rent roll. Dude, we were selling buildings in the Bronx at 12 times the rent roll not long ago. So
I told you it was going to change.
Yeah, someone will buy it, dude. Someone will totally buy it.
And tax class protected. That's huge.
Yeah. All right, Bronsteen. This is a really good-looking building.
101 feet of frontage.
Where is this?
It is a what we call in Brooklyn a sexy piece of real estate. This is there's going to be no pushback on location. We're brand new to the market with this one. It is Park Slope.
What are you trying to steal my nickname? What's going on there?
Yeah,
Bronny 2 cap, Joey 1 cap, Bronny 2 cap. So obviously, like, this is the building that you look at first glance, you're like, I want this building. It's on 7th Avenue, right down the heart of Park Slope.
Let's see.
7th and 1st Street. The map is.
We don't have it. Oh, there's the map.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
There it is. So yeah, the park's right there. 7th Avenue is just a great location. This is a corner right across the street from Public School 321, which is a highly sought after public school. The location is amazing. The building itself, 6 apartments over 2 retail. There's actually like a retail extension in the back. And so this is one of the 6 apartments, 5 of them are free market. 1 is rent stabilized. They're all 1 bedroom. The B line can easily be converted to 2 beds. So there's a significant pop in the rent roll. Even if you don't do that, these are below market rents to begin with. And it's a really good location. There's a lot of upside. So that's why you buy it at a 2.1 cap, because when you're all said and done, you're going to be looking at just south of an 8 cap. We have pro forma 7.6 cap.
Is this retail space here on the corner what you would put a restaurant here?
Yeah. So it's already fit for a restaurant. The Bear Burger there, lease expired January of this year. They are still there, so there's a little bit of hair with that whole situation. Potential, but if you were to re-tenant that space, like 15,000 is what we have in the pro forma. You can get that immediately.
What are they getting right now? What is Bear Burger supposed to be paying?
They're supposed to be paying $17,800 a month.
But why? Okay, but I'm not going to let you off the hook this easy. This is I know it's your first time on here, but if Bear Burger can't make it, if Bear Burger isn't going to make it, why would somebody else make it here? Like, this is I mean, that's a pretty good rent, but I mean, your location looks awesome.
So great question. That's going to be the first thing that people ask. Basically, like, the rent for this location is $15,000, maybe $16,000. You can get that easy. They're on the hook through COVID for $17,800 base rent. They're also responsible, like, in their lease was like crazy. They're responsible for 1/3 of all real estate taxes, not like real estate taxes above base year, 1/3 of all real estate taxes, which
interesting.
That's
a nice chunk.
Well, they signed a lot of these leases throughout the city in the peak, and they've closed a lot of their locations. So I think that's part of your response as well, Andrew. So, but I think what you said, I mean, that space should lease for $15,000.
No doubt. It's already built out for a restaurant. You got the basement space as well. And it's a corner on 7th Avenue.
Yeah, you need like one of the a brunch spot, right?
No doubt.
I guess without a liquor license, right? But look, that's why it's $20 for like an egg sandwich around here.
Yeah.
And that's why Seth moved out of the city.
That's why I moved. Couldn't afford breakfast. All right, dude. Nicely done. It looks like a really nice, good looking building, and someone will totally buy it because it's got a ton of upside and a good location. And that seems to be what's selling out there, right? Good location, good building with upside, tax protected, and like What, like 100 of those buildings sold last year in Brooklyn or something ridiculous like that?
Yeah, those will always be able to sell. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Good seeing you guys. See you next time.
There's deals out there. Give us a call. See everybody soon.
Bye, guys. Later.